Official start at last for Sydney's controversial Monorail. Good evening. Finally began full-time services today, 6 months behind schedule and with only half the stations completed. For passengers, the first 2 weeks are free, but there are still questions over the mover's final route.
Public acceptance of the TNT monorail may be growing, but it's still too hot an issue for politicians, conspicuous by their absence at today's official opening.
How's that? And I have now very great pleasure in formally declaring the TNT Harbour Link Sydney monorail officially open.
After nearly 3 months of complimentary rides, the fanfare was almost an anticlimax. However, the sight and sounds of the Caterpillar carriers are still turning heads. At 1 o'clock, turnstiles were open to the public. Hundreds were willing to queue for an hour at 3 stations around the track. TNT wanted to charge the public, but last night Premier Greiner forced the company to stick to an earlier promise of free rides for a fortnight.
Oh, I thought it was beautiful.
Few walked away disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't ride, I'd rather go by bus any time. It's much better and it's much more fun. Okie dokes, all the best. A memento of the occasion.
Despite its popularity, those who oppose the monorail haven't given up the fight. They still believe Premier Greiner will honour his election promise to reroute the track out of the city. With the monorail sliding past, the protest by the Sydney citizens against the monorail nearly came off the rails.
Great fun for a fairground like Expo, but not in the narrow streets of Sydney.
But it's not doing anything, it's not interfering with anybody.
Not much it isn't.
The TNT boss, Sir Peter Abels, the opening was a relief.
Very good.
Sir Peter dismissed the opposition as a noisy minority, adding Sydney needs another 6 monorails.
If they're right, but when they'll have a ride, they will enjoy it. They can't help but enjoy it.
After 2 weeks, passengers will have to pay $1 for the 12-minute round trip. And starting tomorrow, operating hours will be 9 a.m. to 9 in the evening. Mark Burrows, National 9 News.